we've been asked to concentrate on this theme of what is it that we could conceivably do differently when things become difficult in our lives. And I'm now connecting to a very high spiritual being who has brought this concept to us. And the initial picture that's been given to me from this great master, Master Jesus, is this picture of walking along a beach. And along this beach, you walk and your mind could be full of troubles. Your burdens may weigh heavy upon your shoulders. And whilst you walk, you forget to look at the golden sands. You forget to look at the marvel of the sparkling ocean. You forget to look at the magnificence of either the deep blue sky or the majesty of the clouds and the movement and the sun and the birds. For as you do such a thing, you shift your consciousness from one aspect of heaviness and perhaps even despair to something of a higher nature. And as you do so, you give the opportunity for your spiritual guides and your angel to be more present with you. For when you allow yourself to walk in the shadow of despair, your frequency somewhat overshadows that of the light. And for you to reconnect with the light requires you to draw your concentration back to it. And it is amazing that with such an intent, what you may achieve, and then what you may discover. And this is a little bit about as you walk through life, and you see these pebbles on the ground beneath and underneath every pebble is a story. And upon every leaf on the tree is a story. And upon every blade of grass there is a story, and every droplet of water there is a story, and this story is connected to you. And when you realize that you are intricately connected to Source, through in particular the realms and kingdoms of nature, then we speak to you through it. We speak to you through the glistening light, in the dew droplets upon the grass in the morning, if you are watching and if you are listening and if you are receiving and receptive. If you allow your imagination to wander, the singing of the birds will hearken your mind to something, to a theme, to a memory, to a possibility, if you are receptive to it. When you look at a plant that is in flower and admire it, there'll be something within it that will then reach out to you and connect with you from the spirit realm. On the frequency upon which you look into nature and admire, say, the flowers or the clouds or the ocean or the mountains, there is a frequency, there is an exchange. And within this exchange or frequency are the higher beings who are aware of you. And they use these frequencies to connect and communicate to you and with you. And people say, well, let your troubles speak to God, allow God to reply, but I never hear anything. So just ask the question, well, where is God if he can't hear me? Well, God is everywhere. He's in nature. He is in everything. It is everything. It is a frequency. It is a wisdom. It is an intelligence. It is an abundance. And it is the key to all mysteries and all difficulties that span from the heavenly world into the earth world, from the human kingdom into the material kingdom. And here's the words that are echoed, is to know thyself, and to know thyself as a wonderful symphony of all the kingdoms of creation, a wonderful symphony of the crystals and minerals, of the life essence in the plant kingdom. They're striving for growth, of all the emotions of the animal kingdom, the affection, the anger, all those things, the ferocity, the gentleness, for you to express, for you to harness, for you to master, for you to experience and understand a degree of what it is to be a human being. And therefore what it is for a divine being to experience all of those things that the animal kingdom expresses. What a marvelous way of existence, where you can attain ascendancy over each of these things. And even the stars in the night sky reach to you and speak with you. They may speak with you in words you may not perceive or understand, but there is a patterning, there is a response when you ask, when you make the effort. The universe replies, and it replies in many ways. It may reply in a direct answer, through vision, through instinctual, intuitive thought, or it may reply to you in shifting your frequency, in shifting your perception, in shifting your concept of what is around you. It can enable you to see things from the perspective of the other person. And without changing them, you may change the circumstance, you may change the relationship. And your effort to bring about a change in itself can be a marvelous thing, because you are listening, you are responding, and you are striving. And as you strive, the angelic world and the spirit world will strive with you. Your mission upon earth is one of striving. It is one of extending divinity and love and the possibility for evolution in a material earth world. That's why you are here. And living and expanding on the frontier of evolving consciousness, it is a great challenge. The challenge of understanding human emotions is a big enough challenge in itself. It is one that defies even the understanding of those referred to in ancient times as the gods. They could not fathom the feelings, the passion, the courage, fear, and all those things that make human beings who they are. And your strength in incarnating into the earth, onto the earth, to experience these things brings strength to the soul, and it brings fibers of wisdom, understanding, and compassion also back into the high spirit world. It also brings the substance of the higher human emotions alive into the spiritual worlds, where you will dwell in great freedom and in great strength as you learn to ascend all that has been laid out before you in your earth kingdom. So you are very much indelibly part of a deep, responsive, intelligent universe. And the keys are there for you to open the doors to creativity, to possibilities, and then to allow creative flow from the spirit world to enter through those doorways, into those spaces, into those rooms, into those chambers, for you to achieve what it is you came onto earth to achieve. So step through your life as much as you can with connection to the higher frequencies of your world, and your burden will be lifted, and your possibilities and potential to succeed, prevail and ascend will be magnified many times over. Our love and our best wishes and our support to each of you, my friends. Much has been said about trusting yourself, and this involves the removal of doubt. And if you could picture when you doubt yourself or second guess yourself, imagine that within your physical mind, there is part of your mind that is the doubting part, or the part that takes away your power to be. So just visualize, catch yourself in a moment, picture that essence within your mind, and then picture your hand reaching in as if you're tearing that part of you out which does not belong to you. For these aspects of self-doubt, these aspects of, let's say, put-downs, they are not you. They come from another source. They do not come from the highest source. They do not come from the creative field. They come from the lower realms of earth, who seek to pull you out of your divinity, to pull yourself out of your higher self and into a darker place where you simply do not belong. It is not your realm. So literally perish the thought, extract it, remove it visually through a visual imagination, that you are removing that part of your physical mind that does not belong there. You are high frequency, co-creative beings, and part of your journey or your destiny is to reclaim that sovereignty of spirit over and above the lower forces of a material world. So just as we're closing now, just if you could send just a moment of gratitude to our guides, in particular to Master Jesus for the words that he's brought through tonight, but there's other guides working in the background with each of us to connect us. And also a moment of acknowledgement for yourselves to make the effort for your own higher aspect to honour yourself and giving yourself some spiritual time.